And digging in for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald. That one ripped right center field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Now around second, going for third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Everything came together for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the third and final game of the series. That one down the line, and it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate.
He beat it.
And they lead by 2.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent back control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Myers pulls it in on the run.
You know, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
That's foul.
Packed house here at Dyken Park. Man at second. And there's a foul ball. Up the middle. Throw to first in time.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Mike Yastrzemski up here. Fouled off to the right. Tied him up inside with that one.
Big time jam right
0-2.
there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Zips it to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the. Here's the left fielder, Mauricio Dubon. Ray measures 6 feet 2 inches, 225 pounds.
1-0.
And they went out and made a trade for him last season. That's back there. Onto the balcony and gone. See you later. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1. Next to hit, Jeremy Payne. Fouled off left side. Up the middle, gloves it on the dive, throws from his knees.
He's out.
Got him. Nice play. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Just
Outside.
missed.
That's a ball.
Altuve has a lot of history with the Astros. In fact, he's played so many seasons in Houston that he's the only player to be named an All-Star in both leagues while playing for the same team. You know, Boog, Altuve goes back all the way to those Astros days in the NL Central before they moved to the AL West.
Yastrzemski right there to make the grab. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
That's a ball.
That one misses, and that's ball 1. Fitzgerald. In plenty of time to first, and they get the out on Alvarez. Back here in Houston, here's Matt Chapman. Wisniewski back to work. And that's outside.
A ball.
1-0. Chapman gets a piece there. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1-2's the count.
In the
2-2.
dirt, and it's 2-2. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And it's 0-2 on the designated hitter.
0-2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 1 out, base is empty. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Caratini up with it on to first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. Stepping in, Patrick Bailey. And a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Just off the outside edge. Just off
that
the
missed. That's a
inside
ball.
edge. That one
That's a ball.
misses, and that's ball 3. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Myers sizing this one up, brings it in, and that'll do it. Back here in Houston, we head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now here is Chance McCormick. Play is made, 2 out.
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done. Man, this is pretty amazing. This guy's very efficient out there on the mound right now. Just 9 pitches in the first. He's got a chance to keep it to single digits again. Who does that?
Lee puts it away, and that's the top half of the third inning. Now it's the Giants' leadoff hitter, Tyler Fitzgerald. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Out to short, Pena. Whips it across, and one away in the top of the third. Willie Adames stands in.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
And a foul ball. One down, base is empty.
Outside, ball.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Makes the catch. Out number 2. And up next for the Giants, Jung-Hoo Lee. RBI single his last time up. And that one popped in the air, left field. Dubon sizes this one up, brings it in for the third out. Back here at Dyken Park, Vic Caratini at the plate. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right
No balls,
by
one
him,
strike.
slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Lee makes the catch, and there's one down. Jake Myers digs in now. Up the middle, Adames slinging it to first in time. So the lineup flips over. Now the left fielder, Mauricio Dubon. He's already homered here in this one. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
All over that one right there. It sounded different than most hits coming off the bat. You don't need numbers to tell you the ball was hit extremely hard, but at 115 miles per hour, that's not an exit velocity you see very often. Very impressive.
Next pitch,
1-1.
Dirt, and that's ball one.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position. 2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well.
0-1.
Amazing.
Altuve swings through it for strike one. It's going to fall for a hit. Fires to the plate.
Got him.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. As we go to the top of the fourth, here's Elliot Ramos. Ramos, in his second season, 25 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. A changeup missing. Ball one. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Oh, that's that slurve right
1-1.
He threw it extremely well. So tough to get that barrel to.
That's a
The
ball.
next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Ground ball right side. Altuve tosses to
He's
first.
go.
And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. And now it's Wilmer Flores. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Tattooed and gone. Wilmer Flores provides the power. And they add a run. It's 3-1. Yastrzemski takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And right back to the mound. Slings to first in time. And here is Matt Chapman. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
The man they call Late Night Lamont steps in. Chapman off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it falls. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Couple of singles back to back. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get.
They have full force. They limit the damage here. And we're back. Bottom four, now it's Yordan Alvarez. First pitch
Ball.
doesn't find the zone.
Well, these Astros, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their
Foul
own
ball.
expectations at the plate. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but one or two pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits, so they might want to be a little more selective up there.
Got him on the off-balance throw. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. And that one fouled off. Next
One
pitch
ball,
is
one
in the
strike.
dirt, and it's 1-1. Yastrzemski on the move towards the line. He makes the grab, and there are 2 outs. So digging in, Chas McCormick. This kid, a 21st round pick out of Millersville University in Pennsylvania. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Lee makes the catch, inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald. Wisniewski back to work. That's outside.
Ball.
And that is ball 1.
Well, these Giants doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Just off the inside edge. There's the strike. Got him looking at the strikeout. So up next, Willie Adames. And first offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. And Willie fouls 1 back.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you, even with pitches outside the zone.
And that just misses. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Ground ball right side, it squirts through.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at-bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And that one sliced foul. Ground ball could be 2. Off balance.
That's an
There's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Elliot Ramos. 0 for 2 in this one. Hammered, base hit. And now 2 aboard. And up next for San Francisco, Wilmer Flores. Foul ball there. Now the 0-1. Out to short. Throw in time. That's out number 3. Back here in Houston, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Yainer Diaz. And a strike in there.
Well, these Astros doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Lee makes the catch, and there's one gone. Here's the catcher to hit, Victor Caratini. Fly to center his first time. He was right there, strike one.
It's 0-1.
That missed by a lot. 1-1. The Giants up by 2, last half of inning number 5. The 1-1 is fouled off. Next one misses. The count now 2-2.
2-2.
Makes the catch for the second out. So next up for Houston, Jake Myers. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Lee makes the play, and that is that. Back here in Houston, here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Next pitch
That's a ball.
misses. 2-1.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does. Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field, so that definitely felt good.
Chapman in the box again.
0-1.
Takes the strike. And that's it.
1-1.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
Here's a 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So here's Wade now, 1 for 2.
Heck one!
It's 0-1. Yastrzemski leads off first with 1 away. That ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. Now one missed. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Ground ball right side, could be 2. To Payne, for 1, and that's 2. Back here at Dyken Park, bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Mauricio Dubon. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
No balls, 2 strikes.
May see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Slings to second. Not in time to first.
He's in
It's
there.
a fielder's choice.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Up and in.
Ball.
And that's ball one.
Pretty frugal guy.
1-0.
He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Swings through that one for strike one.
1-1.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot.
Jack the second. Double
He's
play.
out.
They can't seem to break through. Inning over. And we're back. We go to the top of the seventh. Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Hit hard on the ground is short. Tosses to first. And a quick out, number one. Now it's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald. 1 for 3. Ball one there.
1-0. That's a ball.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly.
The batter now, Willie Adames. Swinging a foul straight back. Man at first, one away. That's hard hit on the line. Duval. And there's 2 down. And digging in for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. Here's the pitch. Runner on the goal. There's the ball.
Ball.
High leg.
1-0.
Safe at second, and that was not close. Bounced up the middle. Pena. Now the throw to first on the run. And they get the out. Bottom of the 7th. Now it's the DH, Yordan Alvarez.
That's a foul. Hey! 0-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. First off,
no, that's out.
Just misses.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
That one at the knees for a strike. And that one
2-1
inside a sharp slider. The Stros trailing by 2. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
No, that missed.
That one inside. 3-1.
Oh, they have had a
3-1.
hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking. Make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And the lefty kicks delivered. Into the outfield, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
McCormick.
1 ball, no strikes.
To hit, takes outside. Breaking ball
That's
misses
a ball.
down and away.
Last two pitches have been
2-0.
down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at-bat.
Next
Ball.
pitch is outside. Ball 3.
All in this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Runner on the go.
Foul ball.
Called
Hit it.
strike 3.
Out on the
For
tag.
the second. Out there. Back here in Houston, here's the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. Righty reliever out of the pen, Brian Abreu.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss.
When you throw a fastball by a guy
0-2.
like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. And there's one down. And now the first baseman, Wilmer Flores. He's already homered in this game. Late on that fastball. Abreu.
0 balls, 1
a
strike.
very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches. Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Yastrzemski
Hot
in the box
one.
now. No balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Misses
That's
off the
inside ball.
And the count even 1-1. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow...
Altuve slings to first. That ends the frame. On to the bottom of the 8th. And here's the first baseman, Yainer Diaz. Ray back to work. Fouled off. He was late. Inside.
No, that missed. That's a
Just
ball.
Missed. The 1-1 is fouled off. And
2 and
that
2.
one is in the dirt. And the count's even at 2. And there's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Digging in, Victor Caratini.
Hut.
First pitch fastball is in for a
0-1.
strike. With the tying run at the plate, near the bottom half of the 8th inning. In the dirt, but kept close. And the runner stays where he is. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, great stop.
Got it.
From the ground, that's one.
He's gone.
A double play on the first batter he faces in relief. Still 2 down now, and here is Jake Myers. Foul ball.
Right 2.
Big swing and a miss.
Man, he was really
0-2.
tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Sends it to
He's out.
Flores. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. We go to the 9th, and now Matt Chapman. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. And that's
1-1
in the dirt. Tap foul at the plate.
Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
To the right side, Altuve. On to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. So now here's the DH, Lamont Wade Jr. Sliced hard but foul. Next pitch
Ball.
is downstairs.
1-1.
Right through there
Hiya!
for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. And there's the ball.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer.
We got a full count.
And now the count filled up 3-2. And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Paredes settles underneath it, puts it away for the out. 2 down. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Patrick Bailey. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Back here in Houston, now the left fielder, Mauricio Dubon. Into center field, that'll fall for a hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And now
Ball.
it's going to be Jeremy Pena.
1-0.
With the tying run at the plate. And the home team trying to pull it out. He's under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 away. So digging in, Jose Altuve. And the first
Ball
pitch
outside.
misses for ball 1. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
2 balls, no
He's clearly
strikes.
trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really
That's a
want
ball.
to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back
3-0.
and drive it to the opposite field.
Dubon at first, 1 gone. That's in there, and that is strike 1.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Yastrzemski under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Yordan Alvarez, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. That one at 99.
0-1.
0-1. That's inside.
That's in. Ball.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Next
Right
offering is in for a strike.
Well, I've noticed they've been pitching him hard inside, and the key is if you're going to make a mistake, you got to make
That's
it
a ball.
off the dish. If it leaks out over the plate with this kind of power, you'll be asking for a new baseball.
Way back there. And it is gone! He'll touch them all. And we're level. It's 3-3. Now a chance for South Paredes. And makes the grab. And that will end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to extra innings. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Yohan Duran.
1-0.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. The 1-0. Fastball for a strike.
Well, it's kind of deflating.
1 ball,
You
1
blow that
strike.
lead in the bottom of the ninth, so here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some
That's
more
a ball.
runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Save!
No, he's safe.
And the go-ahead runs at third. Willie Adames to the plate now at a high leverage spot. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. In comes the run from third, and it's an RBI single, and they've got the lead in extra innings. One down. Jung-Hoo Lee getting ready to hit. Swing and a foul out of play. Here's some fun facts about Jung-Hoo Lee. You look at the fact that he wears number 51. Not a shocker, but his favorite player growing up, Ichiro Suzuki. Adames leads off first with one away. One of the other aspects of Jung-Hoo Lee's bio, he was actually drafted as a shortstop, now an outfielder, but he grew up right-handed, and his dad was the one. Altuve makes the play, and there's two away. Elliot Ramos now at the plate. Swing and a miss, and 1-0-2
No balls,
on the
1 strike.
radar gun. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
One run across in the frame so far here in the top half of the 10th. Goes down looking. On to the bottom of the 10th. Stepping in for the pinch hitter coming on, Matt Wallner. Nice opportunity for him. Runner at second with nobody out. And that one fouled off. So the tying run at second.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
And ball 1.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of
1
the
ball,
pitch
2 strikes.
inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And next to hit for Houston, Yainer Diaz.
That's an out.
First. And now the Astros are down to their final out. Victor Caratini will hit next. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. James Wood looking for a 2-out hit with a runner in scoring position. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone. First and second, 2 outs. Jake Myers up next for the Astros. Down to their final out, but an opportunity to deliver the tying and maybe even a winning run. 2 outs. Both the tying and winning runs are on. He's got it. Ball game. And the Giants hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.